There's a house for rent on a quiet street in the hills of San Diego. With its distant ocean views and scenic sunsets, it looks like a typical house. But inside, a terrible secret. The pool of blood has been cleaned up, the 4 bullet holes filled in. The house is silent now, but it wasn't then.
Can you tell if your dad is breathing?
They shot him twice in the head.
Okay. Do you know if they shot him in the head or in the stomach or?
He shot him in the head at least once, I know, because there's blood pouring out of his head.
Okay.
It was a beautiful day just 2 years ago when a man dressed in black burst into the house of well-to-do lawyer Timothy McNeil and his 17-year-old stepdaughter, Brae.
He asked for the combination to the safe.
Okay, so he asked for the combination to the safe. What'd your dad do?
He refused, and then he shot him.
Okay.
Detectives J.C. Smith and Brett Burkett got the call from dispatch.
They told us it was a home invasion robbery and that the victim had been tied up and that there was a surviving victim.
So as you're driving to the crime scene, any thoughts going through your head?
And we talked about how brazen it would be for someone to do this in the middle of the afternoon and who might do such a terrible thing. And we were hoping that the patrol guys were on the trail of the masked gunman that ran out the back door.
Don't be frightened when you hear someone come through your door, okay?
So this is the door you came through?
Yeah, this is the door that we came through there at the crime scene.
Right, and what did you see when you walked into this house?
Mr. McNeil's body was laying on the floor here with his head towards the pool table and his feet towards the door. And what I saw first was the large amount of blood. It just, it hits you as something horrific.
By now, the news is starting to spread.
Neighbors are shocked to hear the
TV was on, so I walked into the family room and I looked up and I saw Tim's house with all this yellow tape and everything. And
Rick and Bonnie are Tim's brother and sister-in-law.
When you got there, Rick, what went through your mind and your heart?
God, no, God, no.
I just kept screaming, "Where's Brae? Where's Brae? Where's Brae? Is Brae okay?"
Was anybody else in the house at the time the officers first entered?
When the first officers arrived, Brae was in the corner.
Was she crying?
She was upset, and her hands were bound behind her back.
Hands zip-tied behind her, Brae tells police she managed to dial 911 with her tongue.
It was horrible to hear the news of my father, and I just fell apart.
For Brae's stepsister, Erin, the shock of their father's death almost equaled by her concern for Brae.
I was livid that this poor girl had witnessed one of the most heinous things happen to her father. And I just was like, how is she gonna come back from this? How is she gonna do this?